It's only a 3.5k walk, so we'll be there shortly.
Boom. And then Walter.
Didn't even back to the road. Nah, not the one with something else. So we just arrived at the Plantation campsite just outside Halls Gap. It's actually a free camping ground, but it's still ran by Parks Victoria. So there's still toilets, there's even a bush shower and untreated rainwater here. It's really, really nice and much more spread out than we thought. There's like 8 different parts that you can either have a caravan or tent in, and there's only about another 10 other people here. We have a whole section to ourselves. Woo! We also have a picnic table and a fire pit, which we probably won't be lighting. But yeah, let's get set up.
Now it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're just going to relax until tomorrow, where we'll start hiking around the area and checking out some really good viewpoints.
We've come down to the Mackenzie Falls walk today on our first day in the Grampians. It's only a short 4 kilometre walk out to a picnic area, and there's a couple of lookouts and the waterfall to see along the way.
So we're about 10 to 15 minutes into our walk down to Mackenzie Falls. We're halfway down, and this is our first mini waterfall. We're hoping Mackenzie waterfalls will be much larger, but this is a good stepping stone so far. It's quite pretty and it's very fresh down here. The wind is very cold. We have arrived at Mackenzie Falls quite quickly after the halfway point, might I add. And I learnt that the New South Wales General, when he was searching through the Grampians in the 1830s, he came across this fall and he didn't know what to name it, so he named it after his friend, Captain Mackenzie. And that's where the Mackenzie Falls name comes from. But the Aboriginal people who are from this area name it something else. I can't remember it, it's hard to pronounce, but it's something to do with the black fish on top of the water transferred into their language. Quite interesting.
Apparently this waterfall is an all year round waterfall. They're not all the same here in the Grampians. Some of them you have to come see in the winter. But this one, it's flowing awesomely and it's beautiful.
And I think this is like the main waterfall in the Grampians that gets most visited throughout the year. And at the time, as we've seen 2 other people, but I can imagine in the summer it must be extremely busy, but due to all the restrictions and everything going on through Metro Melbourne, they're seeing a lot less tourism through this area, so it's a good time to come visit here.
So we're leaving the waterfall now and we're heading for a place called Zumstein's picnic area. It's only a 3.5k walk, so we'll be there shortly.
This, my biscuit, I just ate, it's like an oval shape. It looks exactly like the platforms we're about to go down. There's like a bigger version and there's a smaller. Look, if I've got the other one in my pocket, I should have brought it out. Look at the difference, it's exactly the same. It's kind of a unique platform, isn't it? I've never seen shaped platforms like that to go down in anywhere. Usually it's like a staircase is being built there or something, but weird. There's like a little bit of flooding over there that we was talking about. We just came across someone that said the Fish Falls, where we're heading before Zumstein's, is like flooded, and it's like up to your calf or somewhere around that. And then it's got to a section where it looks flooded, but I don't think it's the area he was talking about, so we'll find out. I reckon he may be right, but there's some rocks here we could navigate through.
Give it a whirl.
If we had our trekking poles, it could be like a real good stability. Huh. Oh. Yeah, I reckon it's doable.
I'll watch.
Rock needs to go in a different position. No, it's gonna be okay.
G'day, bud.
G'day, I'll give you $15 if you can guess where my phone is on my body. Incorrect. 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 Correct. It's the front pocket. How jazzy are the Patagonia shirts? Oh, is it the other side? There's two. Brilliant. We made it to Fish Falls. Still haven't seen any flooding like those people said, which is quite odd, but we'll go check it out and see what it looks like. Pretty good. Not as good as Mackenzie Falls, and no flooding.
Peanut butter one. Very peanut buttery.
It is very peanut buttery, isn't it?
How good are buffs? They're so versatile. We've recently started sleeping with our down jackets inside of our buffs as a pillowcase. You wear it for warmth, wear it on your head, you clean things with it. Just get yourself a buff. So when I told the Tourist Information Centre guy this morning that we're headed for Mackenzie Falls, he said to walk over to Zumstein's, which is where we are now, and he also said that it was very steeped in history. What I can gather is that it was either the first or one of the first campsites here in the Grampians, and in the 1930s there was over 200 people trying to camp next to each other here in caravans, in tents. They're only a metre from the road, and it ended up being loved to death, and the environment here really struggled, so they ended up closing Zumstein's down as a camping ground, and it's now just a picnic area. But it has some really nice facilities.
Oh, hey there.
It's time to head back the same way we came, 3.5 k's back to Mackenzie Falls car park. Definitely giving me some Amicalola flashbacks. Nice and steep, beautiful waterfall, loving it.
I think the Amicalola one was a lot further though.
Yeah, always fun going up. Whew, it's a bit of a hot walk up those very steep steps, but we made it back to the car park. We're going to have some lunch here in the picnic area before heading back along the Tourist Drive road here that's called
Mount Victory Road.
Mount Victory Road. And then we're going to head to another popular walk along here called the Balconies. So we've just parked at the Reeds Lookout car park, and this is where the walk for the Balconies starts, but there's a few viewpoints on either side of the car park, so we've got this awesome view of the mountain peaks behind us. So we're heading up for a bit of a lookout, and then we're going to start the balcony walk. So we've just come up a road out of the Reeds car park, and it turns out it is the fire tower, and also there's a helipad here. But we've got like 360-degree views. Beautiful.
Everything looks so much better from above, doesn't it? Like, it's kind of like our campsite on the road. We get like a massive dirt road to our campsite, and then we can see from the campsite up to like a mountain like this, and it looks pretty cool, mind you, but from looking it down, that's where you'd be. Looks 100 times better.
So we just did the short 2K walk out to the balconies. There's no one out here, which is quite unusual, I think, for this time of year, but it's quite a nice view.
How good is it?
Yeah.
It's gross.
The rock formations are awesome.
Yeah, you can see lots of good rock formations out there. The sharp peaks of the mountains are really cool to look at. I think these are probably the best mountains I've seen in Victoria, because I'm yet to go to the Alpine region, and this is better than the Great Ocean Road. So this is my favourite so far. Probably understandably, it's a lot of people's favourites, but you can see the views for days, really far, so it's really exciting.
We can tick the balconies off a bucket list. That was a beautiful view, and there's no one up there, which was awesome. It's a nice gentle 2-kilometre walk in and out. And now we're back to the Mount Victory Road, and we're off to a lookout. Off we go back to Mount Victory Road, on to the next lookout, which I think is pronounced Verona. But first, Snicker time. Our favourite
Many
time.
ones though, unfortunately.
Turns out it's called Baroka Lookout, but it was only a 5-minute drive, so here we go. So we're in the Grampians for 6 days, and on Sunday, which is about halfway through our stay here, we're doing the Peaks Trail. So we're filling out other days with these day walks. So today has been all off the Mount Victory Road drive, so it's all part of the Central Grampians west side. So yes, we've seen beautiful lookouts, and there's nice short walks to do on this side of the Grampians. So if you have a day up here, this is an awesome place to start. I'm just walking down to the Baroka Lookout now, and we'll have a see. What an absolute gorgeous lookout. We're looking straight over Halls Gap, and we're also looking over more farming land, whereas the other lookout we just came from was over some sharp peaks. So the contrast here is beautiful. So as I was saying, we're overlooking Halls Gap. You can actually see the road that we drive out on to go to our campsite. So we think that this rock face is the one we look at when we wake up in the morning.